I just received another set of levers I'm going to try out. Currently, my bike has the flows, flexible, that keep it from breaking. They're adjustable. I do like them. I can wrap my fingers around it really easy, especially with the winter gloves, winter time. But I'm going to try out a different set. These are from the accident, scuffed up. Good excuse to try out another set. Hear a lot of good things about this. Have friends who have them, I like them. So I'm going to give them a nice quality. I'm going to swap out the levers today. So sit back and enjoy. First thing I'm going to do is pull my mirrors out because the camera mounts here that I bought on Amazon are partially blocking the pin that I need to pull out. So I'll be pulling my mirrors off so I have clearance for the pins. And all you need for that is the nuts are 1/2 inch right here. So let's get started and take the mirrors off. So what you're going to need is a pair of snap ring pliers with a small tip to fit your snap ring, because they will look like this one here, all distorted. So you want to replace it with new ones. Don't want to take the chance of that pin coming out when you really need your brake or clutch. It's located under here, under the pin, and just swivel it around so you can see it and reach it, and just pull it off. All right, let's get started. This is the snap ring, very small. So once you have that out, you can push up the pin, pull the pin out, and your lever comes off. Easy peasy. Put the new lever in, just slide it in. Make sure that you're engaged in a little button down here on your controls. Push the pin in. Clutch is working. And put the new snap ring on. Push down on the pin, see the groove, spread your snap ring, put it on, make sure it's in there. That's all there is to it on replacing the clutch side. Super simple. Make sure that your new clip is in the groove so it doesn't come out. Try your clutch. And all that's needed is to adjust it to your liking. You should adjust it so that your bike does start in gear with the clutch pulled in. If it doesn't, then you need to adjust your clutch out a little bit until it does start in gear with the clutch lever pulled in. Now, off to the brake side. Now take this side out. I prefer, well, pull the pin or the C-clip. That out. Pull the C-clip out. And before I pull the pin, there's a notch in here on this side that your lever sits into, your housing. I prefer to loosen it all up. And if you have stock bolts, it's Torx. 27, I think the clamps are, and the housings are 25s. So I'll just pull it apart, makes it a lot easier. See, and you just push the pin up. Pin comes out. Lever comes right off. Now to put it back together, it's real simple. You got your switch right here. This here is offset compared to the clutch side, so it only goes right and left. And it will go together and it will engage in that little plunger. And then there's a little switch right here on the inside of this that you need to catch. And then when you put it back in, there's this notch right here that this here needs to slip into. So put it back together. Make sure your plunger is there. Line up your pivot hole. Put the new pivot pin in. Like so. And then you can line this back up. Make sure everything's engaged. And put your clamp back on. And you want to tighten it up evenly so that the gap is the same. Get it close and then just take the slack out of both sides, upper and lower. And before you tighten it up completely, you can make sure that the level is right where you want your grips. I'm just going to snug it up for this purpose. And then we'll tighten this back up. They don't take very much. You can strip them. It's only inch pounds. I'm just going to do it by hand. And there you go. All that's left is put the clip back on the bottom. Put your snap ring back in the groove on your pivot. Make sure you're careful that you don't have it fly off and go across the floor. You'll probably never find it. Make sure it's in the groove on your pin. And there you go. Real simple. Change out your levers. Do it in about 20 minutes in the afternoon. All that's left now is put my mirrors back on. I'm going to swap out my mirrors, and I've got mounts, camera mounts right here, so that's all I have left. And adjust this one as you like it, and enjoy the ride. Later. Completes installation of the one-finger levers, clutch and brake. My bike is a 2019 Road Glide Special, so I have a hydraulic clutch and a throttle by wire. The only difference might be in the other models is you might have a push-pull cable over here, and you might have a cable clutch, and the new touring line has a cable clutch. So you would have to, usually it's got an adjuster right here on the down tube. Loosen that up so that you got slack up here so that you can pull the pin out, and then you can pull this pin out, and the process is pretty much the same. Otherwise, remember when you adjust your lever that you should be able to start your bike in gear. If it does not start in gear, then you need to adjust it out so that it reaches that point. I went through that issue on my flow levers, and I figured that out. It should start in gear though. So adjust your controls where you like them and get out and ride.